likes to know Shuno.
Yes, everyone, it's Blaze. I'm joining you in this matchup between ESG, the current, I believe, 4th place team versus the 7th place team of Always Hostile as we jump right into the action as one of the last games of the Super Week.
Definitely. Nivea ban coming out, just the respect ban against Sivian, who didn't play it very well last night in the last game. But hopefully, if he had gotten it, he would have done a lot better.
Alright, we'll see a Caitlyn Bland coming in as well. Not gonna let BJ play that champion, although it's been banned against him on multiple different occasions. He's not gonna be able to get at this game.
So I go.
And the double protective top laner slash mid lane top duo, Shen and Galio, have been taken away from Always Hostile. Probably taking that as a reference to the last game, that all one lane.
There's a Jace ban as well away from Sivian. Possibly Maltix as well, but... Syndra ban rounds up the first ban phase as they lock in on Zac, one of the most powerful junglers so far from Always Hostile. We are going to see what else they decide to pick up.
All of the Zac bans, he's not as strong as when he first came out of the rework, but he's still pretty strong. Last patch getting hot nerfed, so the range on his Q for the second
Actually, going to see a first pick Ahri as well out of for Sivian here, and they're going to follow it up likely with the Gragas jungle. We've seen that what the Fat Man's able to do in this tournament here so far, setting plays up for his team. That's going to be the pick for Jackie Dintle.
And definitely, and I think on the second rotation for Always Hostile, they'll be looking for someone to counter that Ahri. Maybe a Cassiopeia, maybe even Malzahar. But they do lock in Tristana, one of the safest and strongest ADCs in the game right now.
Absolutely, very safe and strong picks on the side of Always Hostile, looking to pick up a win. Their playoff dreams are still possible, but if they want to make it happen, they're going to have to beat ESG here to make that a reality. Let's see what they decide to pick up as their last pick. It's going to be the Renekton for Kaiser Mo on the top lane. Let's see what ESG decides to pick as we enter the last pick in the first pick phase.
They might be looking for the jungle just to set up their blind pick bot lane.
They're actually going to pick Irelia here. Very interesting top lane pick. They already know the top lane matchups. They didn't have to pick it here, but they're going to decide to go with the Irelia. See what Maltix is going to be able to do on this champion here. So we enter the second stage of bans. At this...
Seriously?
Alright. See a Rakan ban coming through. Before they come through, what else do you think we're going to see as the bans coming out here?
I'm thinking double ADC bans from Always Hostile. And there's the first one, the Jinx, coming out pretty strong into Tristana in the laning phase, but definitely not as strong late game because Tristana is able to sit a lot farther back and destroy everybody.
Alright, so far you're half right.
So guys, it just came in real quick because apparently my boss Dota just is saying Kicking's having some issue. Apparently, nobody can hear him. I think.
I told you. See, that's my mic on this. I don't know why, but OBS decides not to hear me.
They can hear me.
Yes, they can.
Okay.
I have it set up as stereo too.
Alright, loud and clear.
Well, how I fixed it is I changed the property settings from default to something more specifically to the thing you're using, and then switch it back to default. I think that yeah, that's what I did because it just re-fixes it. It's like refreshing it, and I think that's what OBS has been doing lately. It works.
Fix it. OBS Studio definitely not the best OBS setting right now.
True stuff. Alright, bye guys. Sorry for interrupting.
Thanks, we jump right back into Champion Select. Kicking was right when he told me that we'd be seeing double AD carry bans. Heavy focus against BJ. Banning away the Caitlyn, Jinx, and the Ashe, but he's going to take the Varus anyways. as there's now going to be a Karma pick for its tits in the bottom lane. Could
or
actually
even
be
potentially for Digital Monster, and then they
fair.
could pick up another support uh, that is able to just protect the Tristana, like a Lulu, maybe even a Braum, and just play
Possibly.
super safe in the late game to keep that
I'm
Tristana
not
alive.
sure if we're going to see a Karma mid. It would be very interesting, but
And it
it
will be the
actually
Karma
is
mid.
going to be a Karma mid here for Digital Monster. How do you think that's going to translate into the laning phase against a much more mobile mid laner like an RA?
I think Karma should have the early pressure, especially with her being able to just mantra Q a backline wave and instantly clear it and then toss a couple more Qs into the front line. But come 6, Ari will be destroying that.
Alright, as ESG round out their draft save with a very safe Thresh to round out their comp. Compositionally speaking, who do you think has the advantage here?
I do think always hostile with the longer range ADC that's able to sit in the back safe lane, just poke down that Gragas if he tries to dive in, and the Taric, even if Gragas does get the body slam flash and the ultimate off onto that Tristana, the Taric ultimate would have already been started, and it would keep Tristana completely safe, along with the potential Ardent Sensor Rush from Karma just to give her whole team that
Hmm.
huge shield, which then will keep Tristana alive by giving her even more attack speed and lifesteal.
Indeed. So we're going to see how well the pick works out. They have a very aggressive team comp with the Tristana. They're not going full peel like O1 Lane did a few minutes ago. They're instead keeping a little bit more aggressive when they're going to be able to stay alive and stay healthy in these team fights with that Taric ultimate. However, on the side of ESG, personally, I favor their comp a little bit more. They have a little bit more mobility. They have the Thresh, they have the Yari, the Gragas, the Irelia. I really want to see how this top lane matchup works as well. Who do you think it favors?
Pre 6, I do think it favors Irelia because she can jump into a minion, stun the Renekton, get an empowered W or 2 autos off, and then jump back through. Because even when she's half health, Irelia still is a lot stronger than Renekton, unless Renekton has a full Fury bar where he can just slice and dice, empowered W, and then slice out, or dice back out, and take a very strong chain, or trade.
Hmm. Do you think there's going to be any zone pressure or focus like of the jungle in the top lane, or do you think the focus is going to be directed somewhere else on the
I think the
map?
focus is going to be mostly directed bot lane and top lane, especially with two very snowbally champions in Irelia and Renekton.
Hmm. The topic of snowballing, we see Digital Monster going for the Ignite on Karma, a very aggressive summoner spell. Not sure how many opportunities he'll have to lock down an Ari and use it, but we'll see how well he's able to pull it off as there's a much more defensive summoner spell for Sivian as he picks up the teleport on Ari. Do you think that the teleport choice on Sivian is a defensive choice against the Karma being, forced out of lane several times, or you just think it's more of a generalized, just take teleport, just go with it?
I think it's more generalized to maybe take even cleanse into that, because if Karma's able to get her W off, I can't remember the name, the tether, I'm just gonna call it the tether.
Yeah, the tether.
Get the tether off with a Zac coming in and landing his E and ulting, the cleanse would remove the tether and remove the stun from anything, any source of CC, and she can get out safely. Yeah, I'm still getting
Indeed.
word from Dota that my mic is still super quiet.
Raise your voice.
I can. I'm almost shouting.
You're almost shouting, alright.
I hate. See, this is why OBS sucks. This is why I don't stream with a mic on.
Alright. Well, nonetheless, we're going to be jumping into the game shortly but slowly here. A very aggressive team comp on the side of ESG. On the red side, a much more defensive, perhaps more strategic composition for Always Hostile. On the blue side, they're going to be looking to secure this win here. They need it if they want to make their playoff dreams a reality here against ESG here, a team higher up than them in the standings. So we will see how that pans out as we slowly and surely jump into the loading screen to see who wins the wars of skins and masteries.
Oh, note, Always Hostile has been eliminated from playoffs. Guardian Gaming has secured first place in the league, but second through sixth is still up for grabs.
Oh, they can make it?
That's according to Ares. A moderator, I think?
Ah, yes,
Yeah,
moderator.
the
The
crafty painted Zen.
That's the case if you're
Don't
always
worry.
hostile.
I think I can flame him because he is my friend.
That's the case for
We
always
go
hostile.
way back, so I think I'm able to flame him.
Alright. A little bit unfortunate on the side of always hostile then, but they're looking to play upset or here and perhaps ruin ESG standings as they walk into playoffs, pick up some wins, and make something of themselves here as they're able. We jump into loading screen. Has the climb been slow for you today, Kicking?
Yes.
I often find myself actually in the skeleton decline. I just have like no skins, no background. I just have a black
Yeah,
background. I get the skeleton
that
every
gets
now and
really
then.
annoying. Then all of a sudden, right before loading screen's done, it kicks itself into gear.
Alright, I jump on finally to see Mastery 7 for Kaizamara, Mastery 4 for Drakkar, and Digital Monster, and is a 5 and 6 for the bot lane as well. Can't say anymore as we now finally jump into the game as everyone's about to hop on to the Summoner's platform.
That little short delay coming in. Just a little tiny bit longer, guys. But we do get to see that.
And there we go. Now we're on the Summoner's platform. That delay never existed, never happened to begin with.
Yeah, there was that little tiny red health bar up there on the red fountain turret.
Let's see where this goes.
Jack's able to dodge those shots. Luckily, he's not that OP anymore.
Noteworthy starts as well walking into this game out of the top lane. A corrupting potion for Aurelia and a longsword and 3 pots for Kaizamora on this Renekton here. Let's see how that pans out and transitions into the laning phase.
Renekton's definitely looking for that in early pressure that he gets. The 10 AD better than the Doran's Blade, but I personally would have taken Doran's Shield because Aurelia goes in, she auto attacks you, you get a lot more health back overall than a health pot. Sure, it's not as safe. Yes.
Hey guys, a couple of minor issues have been re-popping up a few times. It looks like the screen might be still frozen. Let me see if I can refresh and find out if it is frozen or not. Okay, there we go. It's actually looking right.
Okay,
Never mind.
Yeah, I think it does that a bunch. Even when you were streaming Army, it would freeze on me for a second, and I would have to refresh the page.
Okay,
the connection to the Twitch servers, I believe.
Yeah, most probably.
But
A little bit of a dance off in the mid lane. You think
quiet?
you're loud and clear on this one this time, hopefully at least.
If Army's still here.
No, Army's not here anymore. Gonna see how this transitions in the top lane. Aurelia versus Renekton. Definitely wants to hit that level 2 first, get the empowered Ruthless Predator, the stun, get the damage, and then heal right back up from the trade of earlier with your Q, the Call of Meek. Gonna see how this works up. See, standard starts for both teams on their jungle clears.
Zach actually starting the Raptor Pit. Definitely a bit different than what most people have gone. I would have personally gone red buff into level 2 gank mid. Taking the E and having your W, just EN and W, get a nice chunk down onto that RE. And make her have to either pop a pot or just play super passive.
Possibly indeed, but looking more towards the top half with the clear of Drakkar. Gonna see how that transitions into a potential gank later on, but so far it is just nothing but peace, a lot of farming going on. Looks like Sivian gets a deep ward in the river just in case to maybe spot the Zac from a gank. He's gonna go for the Meek, get the damage, a little bit traded back. Both junglers finally reach their
Animaniac getting that slight CS lead, even though the wave is still pushing in towards the enemy bot lane. Still has that slight CS advantage. Aurelia taking a very nice trade over next.
Taking a lot of damage unless the slingshot comes forward. She may have to flash out this one if she can even have the time to, but the flash forward from the rest of the side manages to get the kill. First blood over the Drakkar.
Greg is going to catch that wave that's pushing in. Not the best trade, but at least ESG does get 2 flashes.
Always hostile. Turn on the switch. Thresh lands the death sentence. A little bit of damage onto it, Zainamaniac, but he's going to be able to stay healthy enough with the shield there from Tarak. I do want to see where this Tristana pick goes as it progresses on to the game, but they're going to look for a kill here actually. Death Sentence not having the range to connect. The bot lane of Always Hostile.
The laning phase advantage over Tristana, since he is able to freely poke, and if he lands that E, he has the ability to land that free Q on him. And Drakkar going
Elastic Slingshot focusing the mid lane. Cannot find the Q, but yes, can find the Q. Actually, the empowered Mantra Q finds Digital Monster his first kill of the game. There's some action a little bit in the top lane. Nothing to get a kill just yet. Maybe so. There's a lot of damage onto Maltix. Always Hostile turning on the switch. Also a gank here as well on a Kaisermaw. He's in a little bit of trouble, but he has a lot of damage. He's gonna try and almost get the kill. A little bit safe and sorry, but on the bottom half of the map, Dakar gets flayed back by JBDA Kid. Still gets knocked back, has to flash away. Can he get out of this one? As the rocket jump comes forward from Animaniac, he's taken low on HP. The summoner heal to keep him alive. Only a successful gank attempt from the side of Always Hostile, and they may try and get a kill on the Maltix here as he's able to dodge the Soul Flare. So far a near 1,000 gold lead for Always Hostile. Only 5.5 minutes into this game. That's actually relatively large at this stage of the game. If we look at the farm numbers here, it's just about even on all ends, which means the kills is where the gold's coming from for them.
Jack Dental choosing to go for the Chilling Smite instead of deciding to go for warding the Tracker's Knife. Choosing the increased gank pressure over keeping his team alive with the wards. To keep that Zac from ganking in any side lane.
A little bit of aggression on the side of Kaisermaw. Doesn't win the trade this time, it goes even. But he, is level 6, has the dominance to pop and have that extra health and area effect damage. It's gonna force Maltix away. Also see Sivians roaming up on the top lane. They're gonna want to shut down Kaiser early on this matchup. He takes the long way around, has no idea it's gonna happen. Pops Ruthless Predator, does able to find the stun, and a lot of damage as well, but the Blade Surge Pops is gonna be able to find it. The Charm lands, Kaisermaw taken out.
Kaisermaw playing very aggressive with the lack of warding in the river and the tri-bush, making Sivian able to come up and get that free kill on the Flashless Renekton.
Indeed, his flash is about to be up to, so well-placed timing on the side of ESG. And use the teleport to get back to lane as well. Mountain's up, but a little bit too early for either team to be getting it. They could if they wanted to, but a very risky call early on the game. It is not what you want if you're on the side of ESG, or Always Hostile for a matter of fact. Targ will be able to back in base just in time. As this game transitions onwards, who do you think is going to be doing more damage in the mid lane? The Karma or the RA?
If Karma does choose to go full AP, she will have the stronger mid-game spike. But if she does go the support build after that Morello, it will be the Ahri.
Gonna see what magic these mid laners can make for the team. So far, Always Hostile, much more like Always Calm right now. Not much craziness going on as the game starts to wind down a little bit from all that earlier action.
I will be right back. There is, for some reason, law enforcement outside my front door, so
Oh, alright.
I will hopefully be back very soon.
Alright. Elastic slingshot in and towards Maltix. He's in trouble. 3 men strong towards him, but he's a little tanky. He's not going to go down automatically. He is going to go down in time to get the kill as the cask blows Digital Monster back as he is able to flash out just in time. Sticky situation for Always Hostile, but they make the proactive play.
Hey, I'm here back again real quick. Apparently with how everything seems to be going on, I think we might have to maybe pull the plug a little bit on this when it seems as if we can't exactly get the quality to come back right, and it seems like there seems to be multiple issues going on with this, as well as I believe kicking needed to leave as well. So unfortunately we can't exactly turn it off right away. We have to wait till kicking comes back. We're gonna see if we can try to like rotate or try to fix this real quick when he returns.
Alright.
Right. Well, bit of a tender situation here. I am supposed to be on my break, so I'm supposed to be done here, so.
Alright. So you're not gonna chime in and cast this game with me?
Sadly,
Well,
no.
you deserve the break, I'll give you that. So a little bit of action happens in the top lane. Kaisermore in trouble, will be able to get out with the flash and the slice. Not the dice.
You can take your you can stop for now, Blaze. Where like stream quality wise seems to be a little bit too spotty, and a couple of the people in the audience are not exactly happy about this.
Alright, is the stream still on though, I assume?
The stream is currently still on, yes.
Alright.
And we're waiting for Kicking to return from his very important situation going on at his house. So I don't even know if anybody can hear me right now, but
Looks like the stream's still on a little bit of action on towards the bottom half of the map.
right. Boy, it even sounds really choppy too. That's unfortunate.
Oh,
Yep.
I'm back.
Okay, Kicking, we're pulling the plug. We're